Hello guys, I'm Daddy. Today I'll be showing you guys how to play the Shadowlands in CAPYBARA Go. Shadowlands is a counter weapon which also revolves around lifesteal and poison. It's not very beginner friendly for user to play Shadowlands as they need a lot of investment for these weapons to work. I mean, you can go the cheaper option, but I'll show you guys later on. So as you can see, for the green stat, the attack have a chance to poison enemies, which doesn't do much in game, but I'll get to that later on. And as for the orange passive at legendary, it increases your lifesteal rate by plus 15%. The chance of you incurring the lifesteal. And I mistake the lifesteal effect plus 30%, which means the lifesteal will recover, the HP will recover from lifesteal increased by plus 30%. As you can see, I'm currently at plus 0 star for the Eternal Treasure for Shadowlands, which improved my poison to 100% for every attack. And at 4 star, it increased your counter rate by 5%. And at 5 star, that's where it shines. It increased your lifesteal on poison target plus 25%. So on the base of 15% plus 25%, that's 40% lifesteal rate. And I'm also running the Piggy over here. As you can see, it increased the attack and the lifesteal when bounty is active. Basically, it will always be active for the Piggy. So the lifesteal 40% plus another 15% from over here from Piggy will be 55. And as you can see on the Proof for Glory, at 10 star for the treasure, it plus 15% lifesteal rate. So overall, if I include everything, it will be around 70% lifesteal rate. With that, you don't have to run any healing pads or take any healing skill. That's all you need. So you can just build on other things instead of going for healing and other skill. Okay, as for the pet, I'm running Elsa 2 as it reduces the target attack by 5% and increase their damage taken by 10%, max 3 stacks. And when you have the treasure for Elsa, it will go to 5 stacks, which is very very good for all players. I mean, whatever weapons you're running, Elsa is the one to go, at least for one slot. And as I say, Piggy also, I'm running the Unicorn for the crit rate. I mean, you can change to other pet if you're running combo counter build, which Slime King will be preferably, the way to go for counter and counter combo build. But currently I'm building it on the lifesteal, shield, and counter with crits. As for the mount, this is where I tell you guys that it's not an easy build for free-to-play players. The Overlord Deer is an immortal mount which costs money. When you can get lucky, very very lucky if you get it, early from the token. But I spent around 60 to 80 or 100 bucks. I've forgotten already. But yeah, as you can see, the skill over here, every turn it increased their continuous damage by 5% up to 10 layer. And when the enemy take continuous damage, you gain a shield up to 20% of the damage, not exceeding 15% of your own HP. So for poison, you're gonna have 5 stacks all the time, at max 5 stacks. And with this, you're gonna get barrier every turn, which can improve your survivability. But for the deployment, I'm not running the Overlord Deer. I'm running King Kong because King Kong is more of a free-to-play option. As everybody, if you save up, you can get it, and it's very good for counter also. So after every counter attack, the King Kong will deal damage and also trigger 1 light spear. Currently I'm at +6, which is very easy to get from all the event, because for the fishing one it goes on the silver one instead of the gold one, the harvest 2, and currently the underwater adventure doesn't have this, but yeah, it's on the cheaper side compared to the other option. Yeah, currently I'm sitting at +6. As you can see over here, the awakened skill for King Kong, every attack it will increase your counter attack. They will do counter attack damage. So every counter you do, the King Kong will attack also, and it will trigger 1 light spear at +5. So if you have Wukong, you counter attack twice. Your King Kong will counter attack twice too, and it will trigger 2 light spear. Yeah, that's why King Kong is very good. And also for the life inheritance, as you can see over here, the life inheritance is at 59%, whereas if I'm running Trophy, is around 45%. What does it mean? So basically, if you have 1 million HP, right, your mount will have, let's say you are riding Trophy, you're mounted on Trophy, you have 1 million HP, your Trophy will get 450,000 HP. So I'm running King Kong at 59%. So if I have 1 million HP, my King Kong will have 590% HP, 590,000 HP. That's the good part of it, as it's more free-to-play friendly to increase its to awaken this King Kong. And secondly, I'm running Sphinx as a revised one of the mount that have died. So in this case, I place King Kong in the first slot and the Sphinx on the second. When after King Kong dies, Sphinx appear, and after Sphinx die, King Kong will be revived. Then after that will be Trophy turn. Yeah, this is basically counted as 4 mounts. So Sphinx is a very good option for everyone that has, extra slot for the mount. As for the artifact, currently I'm using Demonic Eye. As counter user, using Demonic Eye is very good. For the active skill for this Demonic Eye, during combo or counter, has a chance to launch Demonic Eye to deal 1.5% max HP damage, which is very good for, like I say, end game. And in end game, in late game, those HP scaling damage is more valuable than normal damage, like your skill, your basic attack, because their HP is too high. And as for the deployment, currently I'm running Spear of Thor, as you can see. Spear of Thor at Awaken skill. When you release, it will reduce the protagonist's damage taken by 50%. So if they are hitting you for 1 million, you're only taking 500,000 of the damage. So Spear of Thor is good, no matter what weapons are you using. Yeah, so I'm throwing it at the first slot. It's also good for PvP also. As PvP, the first turn you're gonna get 50% damage reduction for sure. And secondly, I'm running Curse Eye. Curse Eye, the Demonic Eye, is very good for chapters as it reduces the rage of the enemy by 5. So if you have 100% counter rate, right, and you got this, the sacred slime inside the chapters, basically the enemy can't rage at all. You won't be using his rage skill at all. As you counter, you reduce his rage bar, and you wouldn't be using rage at all. So it's a very good weapon deployment for counter weapon. And lastly, I'm currently running the basic sword. I mean, you can change it to I'm going to change it to this demon sword after I get it, as it increased the light spear damage by 10% for each hit. So if I put it on the third slot, and it will increase by 50% because it deals 5 light spear damage. So for every light spear damage, so for every light spear damage it deals with this sword, it will increase by 10%. So at around turn 6, your light spear damage will be increased by 100%, which is very good. And this is the pay to win artifact, as I told you. I didn't get it, yeah, but after, I think when it returns, I will be sure be getting it, as it, you know, it's very good for my build. Yeah, so for this currently I'm done with this. Okay, let's go for the hero brand. Knight of the End over here is a must for all players, as it give a free so-called revive mechanic, and it give you a large barrier and shield. So for the second hero, you can run anything else. I mean, you can run the scout, you know, you can run the bonlet, you can even run the ghost dog, and if you have lots of fragment pieces for this Judgment Reaper, you can even run it. But this is more of a free to play option, as it gets, you know, as it do a little bit of damage and, you know, reduce the counter damage reduction, which currently I'm using counter build. And for the brand, Mecha Titan is a must for all counter user. And Mythic, all shield value plus 20% and shield value cap plus 100%. So let's say you're running Guardian Ring, right? 10% of max HP, which when throw daggers, you have 10% of max HP. If you have Mythic Mecha Titan, it will go to 20% of max HP. And at Legendary Guardian Ring, it will increase a lot more. Basically, it's like 50 or 60 or 70% of your max HP for the shield. So it's very good, but you need a lot of investment. As for the brands, the other brands, I'm using Bone Club for the crit rate, Spike Club Cactus for the extra counter rate, because currently I'm sitting at around 80% or 90% crit rate, so I'm short of 10%. That's why I'm using this. And lastly, I'm running the Goblin Warrior for the light spear. As you can see my build over here, I'm not running the Dragon Breath armor or even the Revival Clock. I'm running a tunic, as counter user lacks damage, and for HP wise, I'm currently able to survive. That's why I'm using this tunic for the extra damage boost. And this tunic is also very good for cube boss and, you know, short term fight, which you don't have to worry about your HP. Yeah. As for the legacy, if you're running Knight purely counter and light spear, the Knight legacy is the way to go. And at 3 out of 3, your light spear damage will be increased to 50%, plus the Demon Sword 100%, and the Goblin Warrior 10%, it will be 160%. And with the King Kong, when it's mounted, plus another 50%. So overall, your light spear damage will be increased to 240% from the base 30%. Secondly, I'm currently running this for the counter rate also, plus 20%. If you don't need a counter rate, you can run something else, like let's say you're running combo and counter and sword chi also. As you can see over here, combo rate, sword chi damage. You can run the Bonded Legacy, yeah, but currently I'm running the Knight Legacy, as it's more valuable for me in this build. Yeah. And I'm currently running the Dragon Ball Ring also for the basic attack crit rate, as counter user uses a lot of basic attack. Yeah, so with this, my basic attack crit rate at Legendary will be plus 20%. My hero brand here, if I go to Mythic, will be around 15% more, it will be 35%. And with the Unicorn, 35 plus 24, it will be around 59% crit. Right. And if I get this Bloody Grail to 0 star at Eternal Treasure, it will be around 64%, which is more than enough. I'm also running the Proof of Glory, like I said earlier, for the damage. And Mythic will be also for the damage reduction. And when it's plus 10, also for the lifesteal rate. You have to invest a lot on this. It might take very long. So yeah. So for Shadowlands user, if you really have the extra money and the time Shadowlands is actually a very good weapon. Yeah, so it's not better than other weapon like Durian Hammer will be better for counter user and less investment also. And it's more focused on PvP. PvE wise, counter weapon is always lacking of damage. If you really want to push chapters, Whisperer, Angel Bowls, the Sky Splitter, even the Reaper Staff is the way to go. Shadowlands also can be good, but you have to invest really a lot in it for it to work. So yeah. So that takes off for all the information about Shadowlands. So yeah, please help me like and subscribe if you find this helpful. And if you're a Shadowlands user, don't be afraid to comment down below if you need any help. And other thing, if you need any help in any weapon, any guide or any situation in CAPYBARA Go, you can just leave a comment below and I'll see you next time.